So if you really want to outperform your competition, listen up. I'm not selling you anything. This is going to be something that you can do and implement. And the reason you can do it and implement, and it's almost guaranteed that you'll outperform your competition, is nobody else focuses on this stuff. All right. So I'm Sturdy McKee, and I run Sturdy Coaching. I help business owners and entrepreneurs, and I'm primarily focused on the customer experience, but there's a bunch of other stuff, and I'm going to get into some of that here. So it's the 4+2 formula. The 4+2 formula, what's that? Well, that came out of the Evergreen Project. Evergreen Project was published like 20 plus years ago, 2003. But they took 10 years and they studied 160 different companies. They looked at 200 different management techniques. And three authors, 50 academics and consultants went through all this data and they looked at companies, they kind of ranked them into four tiers. And the top performers, what they found, the top performers in every kind of industry category against their competition in a similar industry, they all abided by this 4+2 formula in some way, shape, or form. So all four of these items, this is the four part. All four of these items are primary management practices that you have to attend to. You have to do. Like all the top performers did these consistently, and they are strategy, execution, culture, and structure. So they had clear structure, clearly defined processes, plays, organizational, who answers to who, communication, all that stuff. They had a culture that they fostered and nurtured that was intentional, not kind of by default, not the way so many particularly smaller businesses kind of do it, where the culture is just defined by the loudest people and the folks who show up each day. They were intentional about their culture. So that means defining your values, your direction, how we treat people, actually living by those things, and then hiring and selecting people according to those as well, so that you're nurturing and fostering and getting a group of people who share a similar set of values and priorities and want to go in the same direction. The strategy, they planned. So this is a thing I do with clients on a regular basis. Every 90 days, we do a strategy session, somewhere between 2 and 4 hours, to set the goals and get clarity and get buy-in and everybody on the same page going forward, what we're working on the next 90 days. By the way, what we're working on the next 90 days ought to be moving us closer to our 1-year goals, our 3-year milestones, and ultimately to our BHAG. The reason I say that and call it out is something like 80% of the companies that actually do strategic planning, don't have goals in the next 90 days that align to their ultimate destination. And that's wild to me, but it happens all the time. There are a couple of reasons why, but it happens. The last one is execution, discipline, execution, consistency, right, and performance. And there are a number of ways to kind of get to that too, but those four things: strategy, execution, culture, and structure. All of the top performers did all of those things. Now, the next is the +2. There are four top strategies, but you only have to pick two of these. Okay, that's the +2. So the four you have to do: strategy, execution, culture, structure, you have to do. You get to pick which one of the other two you're going to do. Okay, and the other four to choose from, the menu is talent, leadership, innovation, and mergers and partnerships. Okay, so talent is really being intentional about taking care of your team, hiring top talent, nurturing, training, teaching top talent, picking people basically that want to be the best in their position, and then helping them to be that. So that kind of goes back to that, execution piece in a little way, in a bit too. Leadership's another one. Leadership is creating that clarity, that clear direction, adhering to the values, the integrity, the sticking with what you say, do what you say what you do, that kind of stuff. And not just being inspirational, because there's a lot of studies now, finally, that show that introverts actually do a better job of this. Okay, so you don't have to be the keynote on the stage to inspire people. That's not the only definition of good leadership. Okay, that's that consistency and support and laying out the path and painting a picture of something that doesn't yet exist. Because if that's in your head and you're not painting the picture for everybody else, it ain't in their head yet. All right. Innovation. You can be innovative. You can do things in a new and different way. You can create new products, new things. That's another way to outperform. And then mergers and partnerships, acquiring and improving upon other companies, not you know, uh, not doing the private equity thing and the, clearing them out and, pillaging the company, the merger, the partnership, but smart strategic partnerships, smart mergers that reinforce the culture, that give more to your target customer, that type of stuff. So 4+2, 4, strategy, execution, culture, and structure. +2, pick two, talent, leadership, innovation, mergers, and partnerships. Do these things consistently over time, and you have a really good shot at outperforming your competition.